This episode of Chuffed Adventures is full of odd jobs and outings, with boat jobs, a turtle rescue, and a few nice trips. I'm sure you guys remember the leak from here that leaked out and filled my bilges. I am going to try and see what's wrong with it and repair it so it doesn't leak anymore. I'm hoping I don't have to get a whole new filter, because things like that just aren't so easy to find here a lot of the time. So yeah, we'll give it a go. Awkward space working once again. So this happened. He's stuck in there. So I'll probably have to replace that and try to find some sort of attachment for here. Ugh. Nothing can ever be simples. Pretty nasty in there though. It's probably a good time to give this a clean out anyway. But I'm just going to basically take this off. It looks like a sealant's actually been used, so hopefully it's not too hard to get off, and replace that with one like this. And I'll use some plumber's tape and check that O-ring, and hopefully I can kind of figure out where the leak's coming from and fix it. Yeah, so the O-ring isn't sealing properly. You can kind of see, you see the water coming up there? Oh. Alright, excuse my messy kitchen. This is proving troublesome. I keep trying to get it off and I just keep breaking it. But I'm going to keep trying because I have to get it off. It's already broken. And I have a feeling trying to find a new salt water filter is not going to be real fun, but we'll see. I'm thinking maybe if I actually try and cut around here, that might help break the seal a little bit. Might do that. It's so brittle, everything I'm doing is just breaking more and more off. I guess worst case scenario, if it just keeps breaking and I can't get it out, it might just be that I just have to crack it and pull it out piece by piece. I finally got it in pieces, but it's out. For the first time in Chuffed history, we already have the part that I need. Isn't that amazing? But I still need to find some of the other stuff. Oh. So when sailor girls go shopping, it's not to close shops. It's to buy stuff to repair things on the boat. So I'll finally be able to repair that silly saltwater filter and stop the leak. No more leaks. Yay! Alright, Chuffed crew, we are off for a turtle rescue mission. Taxi driver is going to pick me up and take me about an hour south, and we're going to go pick up a sick little turtle, and I'm in charge of her transport back to this area, so hopefully all goes well and she doesn't need too much medicine, but she looks a little sick, so we'll see how we go. Looks a little dehydrated with her eyes. And you can see she's got these lesions on her shell where it's actually peeling. And she's a juvenile, but her shell is really quite squishy, which it shouldn't be. And on this side you can see she's got lesions. A few spots. It was a long and bumpy ride to our meeting point with the Department of Environment, but we tried to make her as comfy as possible, with cushions and a wet towel over her eyes to help her stay hydrated. This little turtle is a juvenile olive ridley. You can see the face shape, the spines along her back, and the pointed scoots classic for this species at this age. Given the level of dehydration, I decided to administer saline fluids into her coelomic cavity. No easy task in a moving car. Aussie workplace health and safety would be cringing, I think.
We were also battling poor road conditions, with Costa Rica's rainy season well upon us. Even with additional testing, the veterinarians at the Turtle Hospital have had trouble identifying the exact cause of this little one's illness. However, infection seems to be playing a role. She is recovering slowly with medication and we hope will eventually be released. With some animal work done, it was time to treat myself with some beach time, and I had some friends teaching me to surf. I'm down here at one of the local beaches in Pavones where they have the left break. It's like one of the longest left breaks in the world. Watching some of the pros out there. Frank, who's teaching me to surf, is out there. I can't obviously surf this wave though. Made myself a little surf in the end. I love the constant wildlife encounters we get here in Costa Rica. I hope you can spot the sloth.
What are you doing? Do you want me to castrate you? Pero. Hey, what are you doing, handsome? What are you doing?
Alright, I just did a bit of a beach cleanup. Number one item was plastic water bottles, so get yourself a reusable one for sure. And I'll show you what else I found. This is my trash collection system, so you can see lots and lots of plastic water bottles. In here I've got like all the little pieces of plastic, so I found a lot of like wrappers, like little pegs, like clothespins, shoes, all kinds of stuff. So, and lots of straws. So an easy thing is to say no to plastic straws and to say no to plastic water bottles, reuse them. It's a baby macaw and its mum. You can tell he's a baby because mum's about to been feeding him by throwing up in his mouth, like so. But if you look closely, he has a really red face and his eyes are all black. That's how you know he's a little baby. Sorry for the wobbly camera. Guys, the moment you have all been waiting for. I am going to attempt to suck the missing arm, impeller arm, out of the engine. And I am praying it works and that I will be a hero to boaties everywhere for not having to pull apart the heat exchanger. First step though is cleaning the vacuum, because it is not clean at the moment. It's dirty and I need to be able to tell whether or not I get the impeller out. So let's do that first. It's a little dark in here, sorry, but second step is I'm undoing both hoses. This is the hose going to the exhaust, so I'm undoing this one so that I don't inadvertently suck water back in, because especially don't want water going back up my exhaust elbow and into the actual engine. And then I'll undo the front hose as well. Alright, so I just undid that hose and it actually looks like a few pieces of the impeller might have come out, so I'm just gonna switch this because I want to keep this water so that I can go through it properly. Apologies to my friend whose bowl I'm using for engine repairs. I'm gonna go get one of mine. So I was thinking I would have to tape this, but I think it's gonna fit like pretty perfectly within my vacuum. I might still tape it just for security's sake.
So some pieces are more convincing than others. You can see there's a lot of debris. This is the most convincing piece I found. The rest, I don't know, it's hard to tell with some of it whether it's like organic or plastic because it's quite small. I'm hot and sweaty. I think what I'm going to do is put it all back together. I don't need to run the motor for like anything other than just sitting still for a little while. So I'm going to leave it as is, hope that I sucked out at least something, and once I've got someone else on board I will tackle the heat exchanger. I'm not every sailor's hero today, but it was worth a try, and it definitely sucked some stuff out, so it was kind of cool. Hey crew, it's around 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm about to head out to my friend's farm, and we're going to check some camera traps to see what animals they've seen in the last little while, so that should be really fun. They've had ocelot sightings, jaguarundi sightings, lots of little mammals, cool birds, heaps of stuff. So it'd be really cool if we saw a jaguar. That's like my dream goal, but we'll see. Ocho Verde is a small organisation placing camera traps up around properties in Golfito and the surrounding areas. They've identified countless species and are learning more and more about the wildlife of this area and how they interact. Yeah, it's just trying to find them, isn't it, sometimes?
Yeah. It's a little thick up here. We might want to go around the other way.
Marion's property is quite picturesque, set on a beautiful mountain with views to Golfito and the Pacific Ocean. We even had a few real-life animal encounters. Do you know what kind of butterfly this is? Oh!
Well, when you see him that waist high,
Hey guys.
they look pretty good. They've been eating all right.
What a perfect way to spend the week. It gives you a little bit of an idea of a week into the life on Chuffed. Next episode, I head off on the first leg of my Guatemalan trip with Mummy, which includes some large lakes and even bigger volcanoes. Until next time, stay chuffed everybody.